Okay.
Good day, everybody. This is Emar Sopertooth, the Sports Inquirer, and we're joined by Lexie Knox from Georgia State Women's Soccer. Lexie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Doing well. Thank you for joining us. Before we get to your accolades off of the field, the last time we spoke, you were a senior. We went
Mhm.
over kind of your last campaign with the team and future plans and everything like that. But you're
Yeah.
back for another season. I guess you're a super senior or graduate student. What
Yeah.
what led to that decision to come back for another year with Georgia State?
I think definitely Ed was a huge like part of that decision. Just sticking with him and him just believing in me after all these years, being eligible for another year, it was just kind of hard for me to let go in a way. So, when he brought it up to me, a little hesitant at first because, I was a senior and I'm like, okay, when you graduate, you're supposed to be done. But like, the opportunity to come and play again, just it was too hard to pass down. So, I'm very grateful for it and I'm blessed to see another year on the field. And it's very sad that it's actually coming to an end now. So
And he is, I'm assuming, Ed Joyce, the head coach.
yes, yes, Ed.
Yeah, but and what's that relationship like? You spoke in the past about, and you transferred into the program after spending a year at Tennessee. You came back home to Metro Atlanta. What about that relationship with him and just with your teammates to make that decision to come back for your graduate year?
I think the relationship between me and Ed is just it's much so like he is the ideal coach for me. And the reason why I say that is because, I'm always the type of kid that I am gonna be the hardest person on myself. Like my parents tell me that all the time, like, you're way too hard on yourself. But like if I feel like I made one mistake, my whole game could be bad. So, and he just is that encourager, like he has that same passion for the sport like I do. Like I play with all my heart and he coaches with his heart. So, he's always stuck with me and he's been there for me like all these whole 3 years, 4 years that I've been here at state. And even the transfer process, he was very welcoming and very different from what I got received from coaches from the head coach at Tennessee, so it was a very different transition. And, he made me believe in myself again. So, that whole factor and that from him was very encouraging. And to know that he said multiple occasions that he was proud of me, and like to hear that is just very satisfying, like as a player, because you work so hard for this one guy, and for him to actually see all your work, you know, uh, means something to the team and to him is just it means so much to me. And the team, like those girls are literally they joke with me now and they call me the grandma of the team because I'm the oldest. But those are really my people, and the seniors that have already graduated, those are will be and forever are my best friends for life. And the girls that come in, I really hope that I was able to be a good mentor or a good person for them to look up to, because I do care for them a lot, and I'm gonna miss them a lot.
So how have you handled this extra year? I see that you're a graduate student. That's what you're listed as. Is that
Mhm.
still what you pursued and what you did academically?
Yeah, so I took classes that are towards more towards my major and what I want to possibly do, going into possibly enrolling into grad school. Just to better my GPA and get a little bit more experience. So academically, I think this extra year also helped me academically. Getting into some of the classes that maybe weren't able to take my senior year, and getting a lot more. I have a lot more like advanced classes that are helping me towards my career. So
Yeah, and just doing my research as well, I see that you're a Barstool athlete. You're very active on the social media. Has this extra year helped you get your profile out there more as far as your future endeavors?
definitely, because the new NLI rule, especially, that I was lucky to have my extra year and be able to, follow along with that rule. So, yeah, it really has helped me get a little bit more out there, and people know my name now. So that's a really nice feeling.
Yeah, and you made your name on the field this year as well, being a all Sun Belt Conference first team member. Congratulations on that. And what does
Thank
that mean? What does that mean for you, getting that honor? I think this is your first Sun Belt honor as far as the yearly awards coming at this time
you.
of your career.
It really means a lot to me. I honestly am truly blessed to wake up every day and play this game and practice with the great players that are on the field every day, and as much as like that accolade was, it has my name on it. It goes so much deeper than that. Like I wouldn't be at where I am now if it weren't for my teammates and if it weren't for my coach like pushing me every day and making me a better player every day. So, it means so much to me just because it's like, whew, all these years of work, have finally paid off. But, I wouldn't be able to say that if it wasn't for my team and for my coach.
Yeah, you touched on this earlier, but you are a senior member of the team, and there's so
Mhm.
many freshmen and sophomores. Two of your teammates, Bree and Brooklyn, were named to the All-Conference first team, but there are a lot of underclassmen on the
Mhm.
squad. How have you served as a mentor and just helped them get acclimated to the college game and be successful on and off of the field?
I think just my, like you said, my seniority of it, going through the whole process as long as I did, and knowing how Ed works, like just knowing, hey, he's not really in the mood today, or hey, you need to like start doing this a little bit better, and you know what I mean, like just giving advice and because I've been there, done that type thing. And, just taking my past experiences and wishing I had someone tell me, these 5 years of college, someone tell me, hey, maybe this isn't a good idea, or hey, maybe we should, think about it this way. And it would have stopped a lot of stress in my life. But, I'm glad I went through it. It made me a better person and it made me a smarter person, more wise. And I think that I can give that to the team, just they're done that.
Yeah, we spoke with Ed earlier this week for our show, and he mentioned your aspirations to play professionally, whether
Mhm.
domestically or he said internationally, that he's going to try his best to set that up for you. I know you still have
Mhm.
some matches left for Georgia State, but what is that path like for you to pursue professional, aspirations?
I'm very open to it. I would love to do it for the experience and just I love the game so much that it's hard for me to break away. That was another part of the reason why I took an extra year. Is just that is to be done. I've been playing since I was 3 years old, and I've been playing literally my entire life. And it's just like to now know that this is over with, it's done. It's a little hard for me. Like that's a big pill to swallow. So if I do have the opportunity to play overseas, I would love to take it and just continue the game as long as I can, as long as my body will allow me to.
Yeah, and as we're speaking right now, you don't know who your first round opponent or first opponent in the Sun Belt tournament will be, but you enter as a
Mhm.
3 seed. You enter the
Yeah.
tournament on a 7-match unbeaten streak as a team. How is the form of the team over these past few weeks to have this unbeaten streak and then preparing for the conference tournament?
Like I feel as if we are preparing for ourselves. Like we are worried about we're not worried about our opponent that is that we might face on Wednesday, whether it's Texas State or App State. We are focusing on how we play and what works for us. So I think that, we go into every practice and we're like, okay, so what do we take from the previous games and how do we, keep moving on that? So I think right now as a team, we're focused on how we can maintain the game defensively and offensively because we have the goals. We score the goals. We have a very great defensive team as well. As you can see, like we've tied the last few games, and it's because of our work ethic. We are just a team that is hard to beat. Like I believe we are definitely a team hard to beat because we all just we want it so bad. So I think that is the mentality that we have to keep going in a tournament is that we have to want it. We all have to want the ring. And, if we have that mentality, then it's hard to beat a team that's unbeaten. It's hard to beat a team that is unbeaten.
Well, Lexi, appreciate the time. Thank you. And congratulations on your success. And Good luck this upcoming tournament.
Thank you so much.